Hey, what's up, guys? We're just getting ready for our interview. We're just getting ready. Ready. Can you see if it looks good on Facebook, baby?
Yeah, just let me take in the picture.
All right, we're getting ready. All right, we're ready. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Want the other one on?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. All right. All right. We're live. I'm about to bring our guest on and we're going to get started. Yeah, listen to that. That's better. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going?
Good, man. How's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty well, brother. Do you mind giving us a quick mic check?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Mic check.
All right. One more time, please.
Mic check.
There we go. Nice. How do I sound on your end?
Sounds good, man.
All right, sweet. All right. All right, brother. We're going to get started here. I'm sorry about that. For the delay, we're actually starting a new place. So really. All right. We're good to go, man. Here we go. And a live other one. All right, we're gonna go live in 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Box Tunnel. Remember to follow us at Box Tunnel on every platform: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Twitter, Instagram. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, the only Edward Kid Vasquez. How's it going, brother?
I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Man, no. I always have to mention this at the beginning of every show, man. We want to let you know, thank you, man. We discussed, maybe switching it to next week, but then, you mentioned that you got a camp coming, and I'm just want to let you know, thank you for gracing us with your time, brother. I know you're an extremely, extremely busy person.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. I've just got a lot of shit going on, but I always make time for my people. Your support, always make time.
Yeah, man, and honestly, anyone who comes on here, and we say this a lot, I say this a lot, but I really, really mean it, man. Having you on here is just for us, it's just it's like a seed that we're sowing, man, because I know that I've seen your talent, I've seen your work, man, and I know you're gonna do really, really great things. But for us as a podcast, man, everyone who comes on here, like I said, we just really want to thank you from the bottom of our heart, man, because you could be doing a million other things, talking to a million other people, and you decided to share this time with us, man. So thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. So let's get ready, man. Let's just get started. So for the people who don't know, I know. First, I'll let you give a quick introduction, and then I want to tell you how I came across you, man, and how I decided I have to have this person on the show. So for the people who don't know, man, can you explain to them who is Edward Kid Vasquez, man?
Yeah, man. So my name is Edward Kid Vasquez. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm a professional fighter out here. I'm 9-0. I'm the current WBC USNBC champion, and just trying.
Yeah, man. So I'll be honest. This is how I came across you, man. My friend, you know, on Snapchat. He's usually on here. I don't know if he'll make it. He'll make it on today. But I was kind of hoping that he did. But he mentioned to you. He's like, hey, man, did you see some of those preliminaries on the Mike Tyson undercard? And I was like, we were watching. And I was like, you know, I don't remember. He's like, go watch this fight, man. So he sends me the link to on Fight TV because at the time I was living in Japan. So I was so yeah. So I was able to you know because I had a VPN, I was able to buy the fight and work around that. But I remember being a little bit late because of the time difference because it was like daytime over there and it was like nighttime over here. But he's like, man, go to this mark and it was you fighting. And he was like, I was like, as soon as I finished watching that fight, I was like, that was a masterful performance, man. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, man. Thank you. It was a good fight, man. Irvin Gonzalez, you know, he ain't a joke, man. He comes to fight.
Man, you're being very modest, very humble, man, because that was a heck of a fight, man. And that was a masterful performance. And like I said, I was like, man, the guy had a slight advantage, I would say, with the reach and height. But the way you moved and worked around it, man, and just like kept busy to get on the inside, I honestly would almost just you know on a different spectrum. But I would compare it to the Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt performances. The way that was very strategic, man. So podcast aside, I just wanted to tell you, man, that was I was fairly impressed, man, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, man. And you know, it was like I always tell people, no rocket science behind it. It's just you know training in the gym and you know going out there and sticking to the game plan. And that's why it was kind of really. It wasn't an easy fight, but it was kind of easy to to beat him because you know we had talked about all the everything that he had. We already had for it, and so all those 8 weeks in training, man, really paid off.
Yeah, man, I can tell. I can tell that there was some you went in there with the blueprint, man, and you executed nicely, man. And so how was that? How was that? We actually have a Triller event today with Ben Askren and Jake Paul. But how was it? How was that being a part of the event? I remember watching the fight. And actually, my wife walked in and she was like, "Are you playing a video game?" I was like, "No." I was like, "But those lights and that white and the black around just like really set the mood." But how was it actually being a part of it?
And it was cool, man. You know, I could have easily got caught up in the hype and bought into wanting to be around all the famous people there, but and I really focused in, man, and it was cool to rub shoulders with those guys and be in the same things like that. Mainly, I wasn't there for that, and I had to keep reminding myself that none of that matters, and all those guys were there for entertainment. I was there for business, and I had to really stick to that. And so, it was cool, but it's just another day in the office, man. And I really made sure to stick to that. It's just another day in the office, and all the extra stuff going on really doesn't matter because, like I said, they're there to entertain. I'm there for business.
Yeah, man. And speaking of business, I know at the end of the day, when boxing and it's your craft and it's what you do and it's your livelihood. So speaking upon that, man, how did you even get into boxing?
And I've been boxing since I was 7 years old, man. So we're going on about 18 years now. Um, I started off. I started my early childhood playing baseball. I come from a baseball family, but I have history in boxing like through my grandpa, and us men, we just always Oscar De La Hoya fighting somebody. We always just start barbecue. Yeah, so I remember being a kid, man, 3 years old, 4 years old, and the whole family, just getting together, all of 50 of us at a house and barbecuing and watching fights. And I always always a dream of mine to make that happen for my, but me be the one that they're watching, you know. And so my last fight kind of got to make that happen, and you know that's kind of how I got started, man. Just watching it, being around it, and I remember for my 7th birthday asking my dad that all I wanted was to just join a boxing gym, man. He made that happen for me, and you know, the rest is history.
You know, we spoke to a few pro boxers on here before, and I think I've seen like a common trend, and it's like, you know, they always bring up their family and how it's like it's a rich heritage in it, man, and for you to have that, you know, that support system behind you, I think is very, very critical, man. So shout out to the people behind you, man, who you know, behind the scenes, who make it happen. So speaking of people who make it happen behind the scenes, what gym are you out of?
I'm out of FHG Boxing, coached by Ray Barrera, Coach Ray, what everybody knows him as, and I'm managed by DKO Boxing, Jim Kirk, Dave out of New Jersey, and I'm promoted by John Anderson out of. He's originally from Las Vegas. Now he's in Florida. KO Night Boxing, and so I'm working. You know, I'm being managed by 2 guys, promoted by 1 guy, and trained by Coach Ray Ray, man. It's we're the dream team, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and teams are important, man. So, are there any other upcoming boxers out of your stable, or are you the only pro fighter there?
Oh yeah, we have we have Ben Gurn. I think he's 2-0 or something like that, and then we have Tony Lopez, he's been around for a while. Um, Man, I can't remember his record, but we also have John Vera, who's 20-1, I believe. He's a solid guy, man, and we have Clay Burns. Um, yeah, I think there's just, but we, you know, we've had more. And they come and go, but FSG is known for, you know, professional fighters, man, and we don't duck anybody. We fight anybody, you know. So you always see us on the big screen, man.
Yeah, man. Actually, is it Tony? Is it Wolf Lopez?
Yeah, the Wolf, yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man. So we actually had him on maybe like 2 weeks ago. I see him fight like a while back, man. I've been following him for a minute. So that's cool, man. That's cool that you have those type of people. And a very solid person, man. Very kind. Came up here, graced us with this time too, and just very down to earth, man. So I'm glad that you have those type of people around you, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
because you know, you need those type of people, you know, to move over to that next step, man. And speaking of next step, so I don't know if you can disclose this information, but you did mention to me that you're about to start working on something. So are you able to disclose what's next for the kid?
I can't disclose it, but it's not. The thing is I'd rather not, just because there's not so much. I can go into it, but there's nothing set in stone. There's a lot of speculation going on, and so if nothing's really for sure, you know, that's why I don't want to like talk about it too much. But we're supposed to be fighting it probably.
It's okay if you can't. I totally respect that, brother.
It's probably not going to happen. Or I don't know. It might. I'll be ready. But May 8th is looking like in Philadelphia. If it goes through, but if not, we're gonna look at the end of May. And but I'm supposed to be heading out to camp. I just got a phone call. The reason why it's kind of speculation about the fights is because I just got a phone call last week to go join Chris Colbert's camp. I don't know if you know Chris Colbert.
Yeah, prime time.
Yeah. So they want me to go out there for his training camp and be a sparring partner for a few weeks, and so we're just kind of waiting on the go for that. I was supposed to leave this Monday coming up, but I think he's gonna hold off maybe a week or so. But you know, I really want that kind of experience more so than a fight right now, just because, you know, I'm trying to level up. You know what I mean? And so if I can go get that experience out in New York, and you know, I'm gonna head out there, pack my bags, and be out there for a couple weeks, man, and you know, soak in all that experience and really get a fight right after. That'll be a good time to, you know, focus and be away from everything and just strictly focus on training camp, man.
Man, that for you to, you know, for even to be mentioned or considered to receive that type of work coming up, man, that's big time, man. Yeah, man. I follow Chris Colbert from, I'll be honest, it all started off the Netflix documentary of his, and then I started following him, and I saw he was with PBC, and yeah, and Showtime. So I was like, yeah, and he's that's a solid fighter. So for you to step in the ring, share that experience with that caliber of competition, man, like you said, I'm sure you're gonna level up and learn a lot.
You know, that's really what it's all about. You know, the last time I sparred with the world champion, I sparred with Oscar Valdez, maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and it literally, you know, changed my whole career. It took me to the next level, like immediately. So when they called me about that, I was like, shit, man, I can't pass that up. And right now, I'm just waiting on the phone call, man, to pack my bags and get going. So hopefully it'll be, you know, in the next week or two.
Man, that's man. You know, I'm gonna send my best wishes and prayers, man, and hope it really works out for you, man. Because just this small amount of time that we've been speaking, man, you seem like a very, very great kid, man. I say kid, because you're probably a lot younger than me. I just look fairly young, man. I drink my vitamins and a lot of water, so. But yeah, man, you seem like you have a very, very solid, you know, head on your shoulders, man. And you know, we're discussing fights, and you know, you getting that type of work. But let's just say, you know, hypothetically speaking, or you know, just someone like you said, you can use this time to get better, to level up. Who is someone that, not necessarily because you feel that you can beat them, but because you feel like you would get a very, you know, a great learning experience? Who is someone that, you know, that can, it's practical or not, man, that you would like to share the ring with?
Man, honestly, I just take quick comes my way, man, and honestly, the next guy I want up is the guy that's, you know, ranked ahead of me, and I'm not really sure who that is. I probably have to pull it up on BoxRec, but the next guy that's, you know, ranked ahead of me and that can get me to move up, you know, and that's the only person I want, man. You know, whoever's ahead of me. I'm not trying to go backwards. I'm not trying to move backwards, but you know, that's the guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's, you know, that's your job, right? To be ready to step up when you get that call, right? It's like a next up mentality, right?
Yeah,
So I have another question for you, man. What is one fight, you know, aside from you stepping in the ring, what is one fight that you're extremely excited for in 2021?
Damn, and I'm excited for the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. That'd be a good one, man.
Yeah, man. How do you see that playing out? I mean, you don't have to pick someone who wins. I know sometimes, especially with real boxers, it's different for like people like me, right? It's because I have a media pass or something. But like boxers, like that fraternity, they actually rub elbows. So feel free to answer however politically correct that you want. How do you see that fight playing out?
Definitely, I like Tyson Fury, man. I think he's gonna win. I mean, Tyson Fury's, you know, he's a born fighter. You know, I think his dad said that's why he named him Tyson, because he was born to be a fighter. And I like Tyson Fury a lot. He's overcome a lot, and he shows what true grit and determination is all about. And you know, I like that, man. And so I'm rooting for Tyson Fury 100%.
Yeah, man, I remember his initial fight back against Wilder, and you know the build up towards it, and knew everything that he had invested, you know, to change his life around, right? Because you know, for some people, that's what boxing is, right? It's an outlet to help. Really, exercise is always a good outlet to help with the mental battles that occur every day. So it was beautiful to see him bounce back. And yeah, man, I was extremely impressed. That second fight against Wilder was very masterful, and I believe that it's gonna be a good fight, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, man. I like. Part of me just wants to say, like, you know, I feel like just Tyson Fury is just far superior to everyone in the division right now. But you know, Joshua learned a lot with that second fight against Ruiz. You know, I think he unlocked. I think that was maybe the best thing to happen to him, to be honest. Yeah. That loss, because he came back and he added another arsenal. He had another tool to his belt, and that's why I'm even more intrigued, because I want to see how that fight plays out. That's definitely, man. So what's been your favorite fight this year that's happened?
Man, shit, that's a tough question. And you know, I watch boxing a lot, but I honestly haven't really been keeping up with it too this year. I mean, has there been any too exciting? I mean,
yeah, I would, for me personally, I would say the Valdez fight was
oh yeah, that was a badass fight, man.
Yeah,
you know, a lot counted them out. They thought Burchell was gonna walk through him, including my dad. My dad was like, "Hey man, Burchell's gonna walk through Valdez." I was like, "Man, I'm telling you, Valdez changed trainer, and it's to work on his defense." And I was excited to see what Eddie Reynoso could do for Oscar Valdez. He displayed it, man, and I think Eddie Reynoso is one of the best coaches at teaching how not to get hit. Uh, he showed it, man. He was sharp, man. So yeah, I agree with you. That's probably one of the best fights of the year, man.
Yeah. I love that fight, and and I also love the hometown kid, the kid from Grand Prairie, my man Virgil Ortiz. That was a great fight too,
That was
with Maurice Hooker.
that was their ringside. That was a badass fight, man.
Yeah,
I,
man.
I think Virgil's got a lot left in the tank, man. He's gonna surprise a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
a legend, man. Sure.
Yeah, so would you like to see Virgil and Terrence Crawford? That seems like to be the like topic of discussion right now. And we actually Boots had a very good performance too, right? So now you throw him in the name, and then a Ben from over the pond, he did great too. But what do you think? Do you like that fight between Virgil Ortiz and Terrence Crawford?
I do, man. I like it. I think me personally, I think Virgil should wait just to get a little bit more experience under his belt. But if he feels ready, man, go for it. And us fighters, we know when we're ready. And if he's ready, then go for it. But in my opinion, I think Crawford is there in boxing there's levels, and Crawford's just at another level right now. And I think it's not that Virgil can't get to that level. I just think he's not there yet. And it might be one or two more fights until he really, he really got tested his last fight. And I think if he gets another fight kind of like that, just a little bit more of a step up, I think one or two fights he'll be ready for Crawford. But like I said, man, if he's ready for it right now, shit, go for it. And I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, man. He's a hell of a fighter, man. So he might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, that always surprises me is how much input fans actually put in who fighters should fight next. Because only like you said, only he knows like if he's ready for that fight. I personally think that I think he's ready for it. He seems extremely confident, and I think that's going to be the climax for him. Honestly, I feel like that is that next step. That is that next onion peel. That comes with learning boxing. Is like I feel like that's the next peel for him, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. But like you said, I'm also not upset if he takes another fight. Just to like you said, level up, and then that fight. But even right now, I would consider it and kind of compare it to Teofimo Lopez. Many people thought Teofimo wasn't ready for Loma. And that for me, I kind of run it parallel. I kind of feel like that could happen. But we've also seen when fighters step in there a bit too soon, and so you kind of respect also the caution and the precaution and
And you also the politics, Crawford and Virgil really mix it up. I don't know, man. Not because of them, they're promoters. So that's gonna be a little loophole they're gonna have to go through because uh, and Oscar De La Hoya don't really do too much business. So it might be maybe a year down the line, but we'll see. That's one fight that I can't tell if it's gonna happen next or not. I really can't.
Yeah, really, it's I would say like between PVC and Top Rank, man, I would love to see more fluidity, in their as they say, crossing the street and stuff. Because man, there's potential for like many great fights. There's potential for obviously everyone wants like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. What about you, man? Let's just say that fight happens. Although it seems that both boxers seem very adamant about it, and they're like, nah, it's probably not gonna happen. But let's just say it goes down, man. How do you see that fight playing out?
Going with the Texas guy, man. I can't go against my people, man. And I watched Earl because I was a kid in the amateurs, and so I'm gonna go with Earl, man. He's just a dog, and I think I mean I would like for him to be a little bit more active, especially after his accident. But like I said, politics again, and he can't call those shots really, and so. But I'm gonna go with Earl, man, and it's gonna be a great fight. That's gonna be one for the books. And I think Earl will pull it out, man. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you, brother. I really, really, man, you hit it with a nail on the top of the head, man. I feel like to me, Earl is man, Earl won me over. I would be honest, like, because he fought Mikey Garcia, so I knew he was really good. I always respected his game, but man, his fight with Sean Porter and everything really after that, I'm like, this guy is the real deal. I know Terrence Crawford is not to be taken lightly, and I know it'll be a scrap. There's a reason why people want to see it because it'll be an amazing fight, right? But if I had to pick, if they said you have $1,000 to bet and you have to pick someone, I would put that on Errol Spence. I wouldn't say I wouldn't think about it for a few hours. Yeah, I'd probably contemplate and go back and forth, and I might even change it one more time before I actually do. But I think Errol Spence would be my pick, man.
And it all depends too when it happens, man. Like if they can't wait, I don't think they can wait a few years for this fight to happen, man. Because one of them's gonna start to fall off the rail a little bit. So they better make it happen real quick, man. Just so we can really get the most out of them, out of the both of them, And I really think Earl will dog his ass, but we'll see.
Yeah, man. So speaking about you, man, I know that you have camp coming up. So what are a few meals that, well, let's just say hypothetically that you do or you don't. Let's just say, like, what are a few meals that you miss during? We always ask because we also discuss food, and usually when Ryan's on, he'll have like this conversation about like best pizza place or whatever. But being from Dallas, where's your favorite place to eat? Like, where is somewhere that's hard for you to like give up during that time?
Hey, tacos, man. I'm from Southside Fort Worth. We got a place called El Mil Tacos, and it's banging, man. And so whenever for those 6 weeks, whatever I'm in camp, I have that. God damn, it's painful, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, but also I have a nutritionist who's pretty good, man. Like I have a new nutritionist for this training camp, and man. He's been hitting it, man. God, he's been feeding me good, and it almost seems like I'm not even on a diet, but. So I'm thinking right now it's kind of easy, but the past wise, man, damn it's been tough. It's not that the weight cut stuff. It's just the diet, the food. It's something you got to get accustomed to. So all you're thinking about is them tacos. But right now, it's not too bad, man. It's my nutrition is making it easy, bro.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, man, because there's just so much that emotionally tied to food, right? Like it makes us like think about our family, and I was living in Japan for the last 3 years actually, and man, I was like, I miss it so much, but I also miss that warmth that's associated with some of that food, man. And yeah, definitely tacos has one of that warmth, especially going back to what you used to say, man, when people would come around together to watch the fights, the carnes asadas, with my uncles and my family, man. It's just, the more I think of it, I love it, man. I love all the culture around boxing, man. So what is one thing that you feel that boxing has taught you that you can take past boxing?
Man, honestly, what I've learned is, and it kind of sounds cliche, but the consistency, the hard work, and just showing up every day. Doesn't mean you have to go hard every day, be perfect every day. Showing up every day. Over time, that all adds up and it accumulates to ultimately, the big victory. And the big victory is not a win in the ring; it's just a win in life. You're in a good position. I never, I come from, not a poor, we're low income, not the best neighborhood like that. So I never really imagined my life to be where it's at right now. And I give that 100% credit to boxing, and I'm able to stay on the straight and narrow path, and has led me to great things, man. I'm happy with my family. I'm happy where I live. I'm happy with the people around me. With the income I'm making and things like that. I'm just all around happy, and so overall consistency, putting in work every day, showing up every day. That's what I've learned, man. That all that the day comes together, and you're just a winner of life, man.
Man, that's extremely well said, man. Because you mentioned that you're from South Side of Fort Worth. I'm really like from the whole DFW. I know what's around there. I know like so many things. Like all of Dallas. So let's just say Dallas in general, right? With DFW, right? And the way you're choosing your destiny, you're manifesting your own dreams, man. And for you to actually step forward and to do that, man, I commend you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's a lot of hard work, man. But I want to use my story to motivate the youth, man, and show them that if you're from Southside Fort Worth and your opportunities are limited, that has nothing to do with it. As long as you show up every single day and give it what you got, the possibilities are endless, man. Like I said, I never imagined my life to be this. Here we are, and so thankful, man. I'm super blessed.
Man, that makes me so happy, man. That because I feel like that's what the youth needs, man. I feel like and we mentioned this with other boxers too, man, because we always let them know, like, man, I'm extremely proud of it's, man, because like, like it just takes so much for you to come and to share your time, and for us to be part of that ride, is what makes it really special. Because I hope that I hope that, like, the way I take this when I do these interviews, man, I feel like, yeah, I'm surrounding myself around the people who are trying to make a difference, and us, it's a small platform, but highlighting it, man, it's all what we're about, man. And it's like, it's the best thing ever, man. So
I really appreciate the whole lot out. Like I said, I always give my time to guys like you who are trying to put a platform out there for us and spread a good message, and of course to bring more into this world. You guys are giving some exposure to boxing, and we need more guys like you, man. And I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate what you're doing.
Man, nah, man, it's all you, brother. I have a question for you. Can because I want to wrap this up, because we discussed earlier about your availability, and I don't want to overstay my welcome. But where can people follow you and find you, brother?
You can find me on Instagram at Eddie Vasquez TX. You can find me on Facebook at you just my name Edward Vasquez, or on Twitter at, it's the same thing as Instagram, Eddie Vasquez TX, man. Follow me on there. I try to love you back. You write me a message, try to get back to everyone, and I'm a people person, man. I love the support. If there's anything I can do for anybody, I'm here for that, man. Give game.
Yeah, man. So we wish you a tremendous amount of luck, man, and prayers your way, brother. Safe travels, man, everywhere you go, especially right now with the way the pandemic and everything. But man, we just want to let you know that Box Tunnel will always be will always be in your corner, man. And yeah, we normally we it's normally me and two other friends on here, but when the fighters that we come about and that come on here, man, every time they fight, if it's televised, we're definitely watching it, man. We're talking about it, and we'll normally show like clips on the next week. Yeah, man, just to give, yeah, man, a small token of appreciation, man. Yeah, right. I feel like every fan counts, man. So you definitely made some new fans in us, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And shout out to Box Tunnel, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. Like I said, what you guys have going, beautiful thing, man. We need more guys like you. Keep pushing, man. Here to support you guys. Man.
Yeah, brother. So with that being said, man, thank you for your time. You're welcome on here anytime that you want, man. I'll probably reach out to you. Maybe, hopefully in a couple of months, I can reach out to you. We discuss, how that fight went, or how that training camp with Chris went. And we can talk about it a little bit more, man, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, man. Hit me up anytime, man. I'm available, mainly in the evenings, but hit me up anytime and we'll run. Sure.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. From Southside Fort Worth, the man, the kid, Vasquez. All right, brother. I appreciate your time, man. You have a blessed one.
You too. Thank you, man.
Man, there you have it. I mean, like, does it get better than that? Does it get better than a kid coming and making his own destiny? Does it get better than that? Honestly, that's what we're about, and that's what we like to see here at Box Tunnel is young kids, young adults, man, doing what they have to do to better their lives. And that was beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So now it's 8:34 p.m. back in Texas. So shout out to everyone in Texas watching and listening. And yeah, so I mean, that was beautiful. And this is a small recap. He got into boxing. For those who don't know, he got into boxing. He got into boxing, for his family, that rich culture that comes with boxing. I think people who aren't fans of boxing or have not experienced that, I think it's hard to explain that, but I feel like because I know that experience that your family coming around to watch, not that I necessarily like my family was the reason they came around to watch, but I know what it means to have that build up for a fight and, the weekend with your family and a boxing match is on. And yeah, man, it's beautiful, and that's how strong and meaningful those connections are, that it could turn into the fact that, like, wow, I want to do this. I want to cause this reaction in my family. I want to cause this type of joy, to the point where you feel like you want to put your life on the line, because that's what happens every time boxers step in the ring. And that's why I respect his time. He's a busy person. I don't know if he has to go and train, or like you said, he's got a nutritionist. You might have to see him. So we wanted to respect his time. So it was short but distinguished. So everyone go follow Edward Kid Vasquez, because, man, like I said, does it get better than that? Does it get better than someone changing their lifestyle, changing, or not even changing their lifestyle, because he started at 7. So that discipline and everything that comes with boxing, as he said, getting up, working hard, just trying every day. You love to see it, and you love to encourage it. And if you're around it, appreciate it. And if you see it, let it be, right? I mean, it's beautiful. So yeah, guys. So today's a big day in boxing. We have Jake Paul and Ben Askren. I want to see. I want to see how far along that's going. I'm gonna pull it up here. Yeah, we'll give some time for some people to get on. We're hoping to have Ryan on, especially because Ryan is the one who mentioned and introduced me to that gentleman. Well, introduced me to, like, who he was, not introduced me to him. But yeah, we got our executive producer. How's our executive producer doing today, Jay?
Doing good, thanks.
Doing good, thanks. I'm fine right here. Yeah. So let me do this really fast. Yeah, it's been a ride, guys. If you guys just knew, if you guys knew, man, I have been a busy bee lately. All right. I want to make sure there's something really fast. So we'll give some time. Oh no. 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 All right. So we're going to have to get this video manually since it's not showing up. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to cut this podcast a little bit short. I'm trying to see. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into Box Tunnel. Thank you for supporting. I'm going to start watching some of these fights and get these things going. Maybe we'll come on here a little bit later with the guys if they decide to show up. But as of right now, not 100%. So yeah. So that's yeah. Thank you for stopping by. Man, what a wonderful, 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 wonderful interview. I want to thank Edward Kid Vasquez again from the bottom of my heart. Guys, please follow Box Tunnel at Box Tunnel on Twitter and Instagram, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can think of. Please follow us. And yeah, don't forget to tell your friends about it. I'm out. God bless.